Alrighty, hey, what's up guys? So today I'm going to be going over a Lucas demonstration. I'm going to show some of his bread and butter stuff and also just go over the character's text in general. So first I'll just go over his moveset. This is F tilt. Up close you get a sour spot and then you get a sweet spot towards the latter part. His nair is right there and you can chain those together, but I'll get into that later. His up tilt is a very good out of shield option. It actually drags them in, so it's really good. It also kills at like 140, 150, especially with rage. His down tilt got nerfed from Brawl. It actually does not trip anymore. I'm not really sure if it's that useful for anything besides maybe getting like that just for an extra percent. Surprisingly, Ness's down tilt trips and it's actually does more damage. So we got that covered. We got his fair, his sweet spots at the tip, and then there's also a sour spot, which I'll show you right there. We got down air. If you full hop it, you can link the combo sometimes on the taller characters, or if you do it just as soon as you lift off the ground. I believe you can get the full thing, but it's kind of hard to do. Yeah. We got his back here, which spikes around the foot / the knee. His up air has a really small hitbox, so you have to get used to it. It's very good though. And that's it for those. His smash attack. This is very good for guarding the ledge. This is down smash. His back comes out faster than Nessa's, however it is weaker. I believe it does have a sweet spot too. Like right around there. And it also reflects projectiles. Now his up smash is the most powerful up smash in the game. If you land that, it will kill pretty early, especially with rage. His specials are PK Fire. Instead of, unlike Nessa's, it actually bursts and pushes people away. It is also the best wave bounce in the game, so you can wave bounce like this with it, and it's really safe. That is like extremely safe, and you can do it close to the ground too, to where it's like super low, like right there. And then you can also wave bounce with your magnet. Now, in order to do this, I use the B stick, which is basically you go into your settings and you set your smashes. So like right now, this is me pressing a special, my C stick. So my C stick actually does specials, and it helps with wave bouncing because it gives you this advantage right here, which is Lucas actually has the best wave bounce in the game. They did take out a lot of his tech. You cannot magnet pull anymore. So I'm going to show you his PK Thunder now, which is it's very good, but at the same time it's very bad because you can do this, alright, and then look at all the in lag you got. I couldn't move for all that time. If you cancel into the ground, see, I can't move until the end. It's a very good move for edge guarding, but at the same time, it is very punishable. So you want to be careful with it. Also, if you recover on the stage, you get the same landing lag right there. Unless you recover higher up. But if you recover down to the stage, you get some pretty bad land lag. What is also different is Lucas also has a tether. So yeah. And that could be very useful to mix up your recovery, which you will need to do with Lucas, because this right here is very punishable. It actually doesn't have any priority. Like, to give you an example, Ganondorf can actually side B you out of this and kill you. It's a very long recovery. It recovers very far, but you got to be careful with it. Mix up some magnet stalling. Also, if you're facing away, you can turn around with your magnet, which is very useful also. So make sure you make proper use of magnet. And magnet will kill at higher percents, especially if you trap them with a magnet. Alright, so now that I've shown you all of his stuff, if you also got his taunts, I guess I'll just show you guys those. One of the things that makes Lucas good is this grab. However, it is very punishable if you miss. And it also has a weird hitbox, so like sometimes if you run up to somebody and they're shielding, you'll actually go through them, so be very careful with your grabs. That is the main part of his game. It actually, he has some of the best grabs in the game. Down to, you can do this and like chain in the nairs like this, and then finish off with like an up air if they're high enough. Let's see if I can show you guys that real quick. Yeah. Oh, well, I didn't follow it correctly. Forward air, if you sweet spot it like this, if they don't tech, you can actually follow up like that, or you can, or like at higher percents, you can use the sour spot and do this. The detail still does jab block, but there's a certain part of it, like the very tip of it. See, that was a jab block right there, or jab reset is what they call it in this game.
So I'm going to show you guys that real quick for a demonstration.
thundering outside. Very scary. So not the sweet spot. Gonna hit the sweet spot. It'll land right there. And he's jab locked, and then you get a free up smash from that. It's just a lot of damage. Do not underestimate that. You should learn that if you are a Lucas player. That can turn the tides in a battle, especially if you have rage. Now the sour spot works around these percents for characters. So I would recommend labbing it, but definitely check the percents. But right there, like that's pretty good. That's a jab lock. If you don't do it in time though, it won't be a jab reset, so they can actually get out of it on the third hit. But if you time it correctly, like right there, that was a force get up. Another cool thing about Lucas, he has guaranteed back airs out of his down throw. So like you can do this, and if they're close enough to the ledge and they DI the wrong way, you can definitely punish them for getting grabbed there. And his back air is like one of the strongest spikes in the game. If you miss it, you can always follow up with another back air like that. And once you get it down, I can usually do it, but for some reason I'm scrubbing out right now. Okay, there we go. So you can hit it with a back air. If you miss it, they'll launch just right beside you, so you can try to go for another back air, or you can return to the stage. The Zair, I will show you the Zair real quick. The Zair is actually really useful in this game. It actually breaks through Hadokens. So like you can do this, and like a lot of projectiles it'll actually go through, or some at least. And then that's the most useful part about it. It actually knocks them down right in front of you, and then you can get a free jab block out of that. Now that might not seem too useful to some people, but that could cost somebody the match because it's just so good. Also, Lucas does have a hoo-ha too. However, when you have rage, they can DI away from it, and it's it gets kind of nerfed whenever you have rage. So, but if you're at 0%, you can always just do this, get a down throw to an up air, and it's guaranteed. However, the up air has a very small hitbox, so you have to follow the DI really well. Also, another flashy thing you can do once they get to about 95, there's a lot of options that come from certain percents, like all across the board. You can do this into a back air. You can also, I love this. I love doing this. It's very flashy. Down throw to back air to up air. Now, I don't know about you, but that is like the best. It looks so cool. But that is definitely an option, and like if you get to the 95, you can end a set right there. Ryu's a little bit heavier, so you might have to do it a little bit higher. It won't bounce up. So if they miss the tech, they get punished hard for that, like right there. If they miss that tech, then that could really hurt them. I will show you Nair linking now, which it's very good, but Nair's got nerfed really hard in damage. So it's not like it's a combo move that racks up a shit ton of damage. So like, and then it also stills, but like you can link these and then follow up with like a back air sometimes, and like catch them off guard. I can also do stuff like this. And that's really effective. Can help out a lot in your game. See what else is there. At high percents, up throw is a kill move. So I'll show you that. Actually, I'll show you this first. Lucas has a really good footstool game in this game. If you down throw to footstool and then hit with the last hit of your down air, it actually jab blocks. And what you can do out of this, what you can do out of this is, if I can get it, once you get that last hit, you can actually, sorry about that guy, that I haven't done it in a while. It's really hard to do, especially because you have to follow the DI. So you can, your F tilt, the sour spot, actually jab blocks at low percents. So you can continue that and get a free up smash out of it. So you can rack up a lot of damage if you know how to play the character out of just one grab, but you have to follow up extremely hard. You don't just like get it for free. You'll have to practice a little bit just to get used to it. But yeah, like I said, this is my favorite thing right here. It's so good. And like what I did the other day actually, I did that, and then as he tried to recover, it was a pit player. As he tried to recover, I went down and back aired him like that, and covered his option, because he was getting spiked, so he had to recover like pretty much immediately, and I ended a set like that. So it's very good. Allows for some really nice stuff. Also, there is, I'll show you this real quick. You can go for up air and then try to follow up with another up air. I think you can also do something like that, yeah. So you have a lot of follow-ups you can get used to. And like I said, make sure you make proper utilization of your Zaire. I'm going to go over a little bit of like what Lucas should be doing in his matches. Also his dash attack. I'm going to show you his dash attack. I forgot to show you that. I just remembered about that. So his dash attack actually has a sweet spot, and it does 13 damage. It also has a sour spot right there. The good thing about the sour spot is if you hit the sour spot, you get a guaranteed up tilt. And there's also, if you land an up air, you can get an up tilt into a nair, into another nair, into an up air, which is very good. That's a 51% right there. However, like I said, Lucas's nair does still, so like it'll go down to like 5% damage per nair if you abuse it. But hey, that's just the cost of it, right? I do believe he could use a little bit more of a damage on it. Hopefully they end up looking at some of the things in the next patch, like maybe making the inlag on that like a lot smaller. I understand why they did it, so that way he wasn't overwhelming. But that's just something I hope for. In Lucas's game, you really want to space the PK fires a lot. You have to be really patient with him because the way he is in this game, his grabs are kind of slow, and he doesn't really have a very good aerial game. You can't short hop. Air dodge. You don't really have any auto canceled aerials out of short hop. There are a few that like end pretty fast, like Nair ends pretty fast, but due to it not ending immediately, you won't be able to just steal like this and go across the stage doing that. You actually have to get used to it, so you'll have to like practice it a little bit just to get it down. It's not very hard, but once you get it down, it'll be like second nature. His jab is very good in this game. It's very fast. Make sure if somebody's approaching for a grab, just make sure you get your jab out there. Don't let them grab you. Punish them for it. Whatever you need to do. I'm going to show you a few different ledge options now. So something interesting about Lucas in this game that returns from Brawl, he does have magnet stalling again, so that cancels upward momentum. So what you can do, jump into a magnet. Now this can be useful for somebody like spamming projectiles. So if you do this against some spamming projectiles and they're like right at the edge right here, say Ryu's trying the Hadoken, or he's like trying to apply pressure. Well, I can do this. Absorb the projectile, and then I also have a hitbox in front of me covering my landing, so I can hit him and heal at the same time. Also, I believe the Lucas matchup versus Sheik is okay, because since your magnet is out here, you can actually like run off, absorb Sheik's recovery, and then like make it back safely with like your tether, because it does go out there pretty far, so you don't have to be like up close like Ness does, and it actually heals more than Ness's. So make sure you properly utilize your magnet. What else is there to cover? Let's see. Oh yeah, another good option if they're staying close to the ledge is this. It's a little weird, but once you get used to it, make sure you cancel into the ground though, because if you don't, this is what will happen. You will just fall. So very good for covering the ledge and getting back onto the stage, but like I said, you gotta be careful about that. Another interesting thing to mix up with Lucas, since his recovery has no priority really, you can always hit the wall and slide off it like that, or you can bounce off of it just like Ness, which is very good. But wave bounce PK fires in your neutral game is very good. PK freeze is actually a good attack in this game. It doesn't take very long, and it actually doesn't have much lag on it, so it's a very useful attack. And you can actually reverse it like that. So I recommend actually experimenting with PK freeze. You can also kind of do some weird stuff like that and get like an early KO if you read where they're going. So just because it was bad in Brawl, don't count it out, especially because Ness's is pretty useless, but you can actually make some really good use out of PK freeze. It does really good damage. It's really safe on shield. If they shield it, it'll actually send them back and chip away at their shield a little bit, so it's very safe. Let's see. At lower percent, you can also do down throw to up smash. I believe that's true. Yeah, it is. But after after you get to about like maybe 10, it isn't true anymore. So be very careful about that. Another good option whenever you get them off stage with nairs is this. So if you get them off the stage with nairs, might be able to follow up with a spike like that. Very sick to do. I love doing that. Against a character like Little Mac, they would have been dead right there. Back air is a very key thing to Lucas's game, though. It is something you will have to learn, just because it's such a good back air in this game. It's down air doesn't really link properly, but it's pretty good. You need to learn it too, because you can do stuff like that right there. I guess if it did link properly, it might be a little bit broken. But let's see what else is there. So you can also cancel your tether in this game. What I mean by that is if you jump up the ledge, you can like press down and you can actually cancel your tether. So you can do something like if you decide I don't want to tether anymore, I've made a mistake, I need to get off of this, and then I need to recover with up B or something like that. You can always do this, and then like there you go. And you can even like sometimes what I'll do, I'll actually drop down. I don't know why it's not grabbing rope snake, and then you can magnet just to like recover better. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There's also, you can do something like this. This is really cool. Magnet, recover, and then there's also, if it'll work. I hate this thing sometimes. It's almost as unreliable as it is in Mother 3. Some of you might not get that, but he was very unreliable in Mother 3. He actually like ditched Lucas because he failed to like hold on. But he's a funny character. I love him. I'm glad he's actually a part of Lucas's tether. I forgot to show you his other throws actually, so I'm gonna go ahead and show that. We have his forward throw, which has solid knockback. It usually doesn't kill though. Back throw at the ledge will kill at around 110 to 120. With rage, it'll actually kill around 100. So I'll show you that real quick. Yep, right there. It's kill throw. Up throw will kill around 140. Training mode doesn't have rage, so yeah, like that would have killed if I had rage. Forward throw, like I said, can kill. Not extremely reliable. If you can go for a forward or a forward throw kill, you might as well go for the up throw. Like I said, rage isn't affected by training mode, so like I can still do this hoo-ha just because I don't have rage. So if there's anything else I need to cover, I don't think there is. Basically, you have a really good spacing game. Dash attacks are really good. Your up tilt is very good too. Like I said, that will kill at higher percents. Like right there. And with rage, it would kill around 140-ish. He does have a jab lock. Or actually, he has a 0 to death. I think it might have gotten proven wrong though, but I believe on heavy characters it still does work. And it can also be used to rack up some damage and keep your catch your opponent off guard. So even if it doesn't even if it isn't a 0 to death anymore, it actually still is like, kind of like a chain grab if you count it like that. So what you can do the footstool right there. Link that last hit. Very hard to do. I had it down the other day, but alright, so basically once you get that right there, I can get it. Take my rope snake. So tricky. It's depressing. I had it down really well the other day. But like, okay, that was basically, if I did it in time there, it would have jab reset, he would have got up, I could have got the re-grab for free. And that's a guaranteed re-grab, so. However, remember, you are using the same move, so it will still, in practice mode, you won't get as much damage. And, so I think that's about it for my Lucas tutorial. I would recommend Lucas on kind of the bigger stages like FD. just because you have a good reflector, you have a good hill so people can't really outcamp you. You also have, there's no platforms. I feel like Dreamland is a really fun stage, but like, you can't really use PK freeze. This isn't really a big deal because like the platforms kind of cancel it. Not a big deal, but it does take away one of your options. Lucas has quite a few options in this game. They did take away a lot though, but needless to say, he is pretty good. Don't sleep on him. I know a lot of the other characters got covered, and Ryu and Roy are very good, but who's to say Lucas doesn't have a chance to? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, comment. If you want me to cover anything else or test anything, if you've discovered anything with Lucas, I'll gladly test it for you. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.